Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss using whiskey as a steak marinade as suggested in a MASH.com article. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl, Lenny Eckstein, and Shaw Bequette.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Yo.
Hey-oh. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to be talking about utilizing whiskey as a steak marinade. Has anyone here tried that? If so, what are their thoughts? And we'll tell you exactly what MASH.com had to say about that. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Lenny said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Lenny?
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. It was like at least a month ago, and it was a hot day, and Amy and I decided we should go swim across the river just to cool off. The river's like, a 5-minute walk from Deerhammer. So we did. And when we got back, I noticed that my watch was missing. And I've taken to very much, I always thought a watch was stupid since everybody carries phones. I was like, why do I need a watch? I can look at my phone. An Apple Watch, and I really like it a lot. And anyway, lost, immediately bought a new one. Today, somebody returned my Apple Watch. Their daughter was swimming with goggles in the river and saw it on the bottom of the river, picked it up, they recharged it and found that I was the owner and they knew who I was, so they brought it to Deerhammer, which I thought was really cool, but now I have an extra watch. Anyway, that's a long story, which got me to the question.
Okay.
I immediately, as soon as I got home and realized my watch was missing, ordered a new one because I cannot live without this piece of technology. And I could talk about why more, but I'm wondering, do you guys have such a piece of technology that you've been surprised at how you cannot live without?
Okay. That's a nice question. First of all, I have to find out, did you give a reward to the girl that found your watch?
Yeah,
well, I hope given her the new watch.
Yeah, I left out some details, but the reality was Amy was contacted by this person who brought it in, so Amy gave them a Deerhammer gift card, which I don't know how much this kid's going to use it. But
Sure, the kid's all over it. She'll be in buying booze next week.
Yeah,
so
exactly. You'll be the hero.
Yeah.
So that was the reward.
Nothing you can do about this. I've got a gift card here. So yeah. Okay. Technology that you've been surprised you cannot live without. What do you guys think here?
I was very much adamant that I did not want an air fryer because I don't like things taking counter space. I hate cluttered counters. It drives me crazy.
Right.
This air fryer is really the best thing we've ever gotten. It's so great. It's like the Ninja one that has the big pull-out drawers. You can cook almost everything in it.
Isn't it just a really big toaster oven?
No, I mean, I don't really know how to use a toaster oven. I've ever had one. But I don't really have to use my stove or think about cooking anymore. The air fryer is just magic. I just throw the crap in, press a button, comes out perfect.
Put steak in it?
I love it. No,
you can put steak in an air fryer, supposedly. It's not going to be the best way. But
either, Letty. Steak's not my jam. I don't make it. If Chris wants steak, we can go to a restaurant or he can grill it. I don't touch it. It's not me.
Huh. It's awkward.
McNew is also vegan, apparently.
Yeah, McNew's. She went through that phase for a while. It didn't take though.
Early
Because what she found out being a fellow vegan like Lenny is you're not allowed to have nuggets. So yeah, she thought, oh my God, you mean nuggets are out too? They're like, yeah, you can't have nuggets. I'm out. Yeah, so yeah.
You can. They're not meat.
Exactly.
They're not meat.
really don't know what those are made out of, but
This is true.
Skin.
Sean's pretty
Hair.
technology oriented. What as an IT guy, what's a technology you cannot live without?
I think probably my noise canceling headphones.
That's a good one.
Oh, they're good on a plane.
And at work, so you can tune everyone out because you don't want to deal with that crap. And
Yeah. Well,
You know what I find? I don't know if the noise canceling component works when they're not playing, but if I have like noise canceling earbuds, which I guess mine are, but like it makes my life easier to just like lower the volume of everybody around me, even if there's no audio.
right. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I would say a technology that I didn't think I needed, but then I use it a lot, besides, cell phone and all that kind of, the obvious stuff, would be security cameras around the house and stuff like that. It's amazing how many times you're like, oh, there is a package on there or something, whatever it is, you need that. So I'd say that's another one. I'm going to also answer the question for the warden, who's not part of the show. Technology she can't live without. She's like, whenever you're on a trip, I won't check on this normally, but I want that where I can track where you're at, just so I know you're safe. Okay, no problem. Every fucking 2 minutes now, she's like, you haven't left the shop yet, or you've done that. She checks on this all the time. I think she just lives on that feed, which is fine. I could care less. But and then she's like, well, I put it on your phone where you can watch mine. I've never looked at it one time. Never one time. And I don't even know how you pull it up. I have no idea, nor do I care. Yeah. So that's the technology she can't live without, is find out what I'm at right now. So, yeah. Right now she's like, oh, he seems like he's in the house somewhere. So,
Just taking a nap.
she's taking a nap right now because it's 9:14. Who naps at 9:14? That's our time tonight as we're recording this. So yeah, she's napping right now. So yeah, Kathy, technology that you didn't think you'd have any excitement about, but now you can't.
It took me a minute to figure it out, but it's my Libby app. It's my library app.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
I cannot live without it. I used to buy physical books.
Right.
And they took up so much space. And now I can just read and it disappears when I'm done.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I read a lot. So
I like that too. I like the Libby app. I use that and download the books and well, that's cool. Yeah, Lenny, you asked the question. What's it for you, man?
Well, I mean, I feel like it is the Apple Watch, and it's not so much because I need to know what time it is. It does a lot of cool shit. Like if I'm, for one, for like 4 out of 5 calls I get are bullshit. So without having to pull my phone out of my pocket, I look at my wrist and hit no.
Yeah, that's Akeley's calling. Yeah.
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 If I'm listening to podcasts like ABV Network, I can skip through the commercials.
Okay.
Don't
do that, folks. But
yeah. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying I do.
No.
It does all kinds of cool shit. So yeah, I mean, I use it for mountain biking. I can tap it to see, or I can look at it and see how many miles I've gone. So when I lost mine immediately, my thought was, well, I mean, I know I'm tracking it with my phone and I see that it's based on my phone. It's in the water where I was swimming. What am I going to do? Am I going to go in and listen for the beep as I find my watch? Or am I going to put goggles on? I was like, no, I'll just buy a new one. It's gone. But then it showed up today.
Well, yeah, you got Steelbox money, so you don't care about it.
Apple
Watch, no big deal.
Yes, but no.
Yeah,
I mean, it's more just like, what would any of you do? You're not going to scour the river's bed.
Well, I would have. Yeah, so not all of us have that Steelbox money.
Rolex.
So, yeah. So if we did, we'd probably do that too. But, yeah. So there you go. That's technology that we cannot live without. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Kathy Cool this time. Kathy, what do you got?
I'm going to open up my boxing bear that I picked up at the ABV Barrel Shop today.
Hopefully you do better than I did. Mine was terrible. Okay, that's good.
Really?
Yeah. You did better than Shawn and I. Shawn and I both did one of those, and mine was just horrible. Shawn's was pretty bad, I would say. Yours was really good. Not great. Could be beat, but we'll see. Lenny's ready to go, so we're going to have him go next.
All right. I've got, out of Denver, Colorado, some Bear Creek Cast Strength Rum.
Okay. Okay. No, not as good as Kathy. She's got the lead. Shawn's next.
I'm going with another ABV barrel pick, Old Monroe Stumpies.
Okay. All right.
Distiller Select. Okay.
Okay. A lot of squeak.
Not a lot
of pop there. Not a lot of pop. Kathy still has the lead. McNew's next.
I have some Henry A. Sipes from Hard Truth.
Okay. Yeah, not enough. I've got the Yellowstone Limited Edition 2020. Oh, that was explosive.
Super
Pretty
sloshy.
good. Sloshy.
It was very slushy. It was very sloshy.
Sloshiest ever.
All right, the sloshiest ever. Was it enough to win, Lenny? We're gonna put it in the hands of you.
Oh, God. I'm going to say yes. I don't mind this. It reminds me of when I dropped my watch in the river.
Okay, there you go. I win. Kathy, as wrong as you feel that may be, you have to live with it because we that's the rule here. When we throw it
Somehow I will make it through.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about using whiskey as a steak marinade. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at neelyfamilydistillery.com.
This is Lenny Eckstein, and to set the record straight, I am a vegan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about whiskey as a steak marinade.
Yes, we are. So, I may try this. It would be on I tend to get good steaks, like ribeyes and stuff like that, and I'll just use like salt and pepper on them for barbecue. And I don't do anything crazy because I buy good cuts of meat, but maybe I'll get a little bit cheaper cut of meat and try whiskey. So Kathy had asked me, because I like to talk about how I like to grill. I have a big green egg. but I don't utilize whiskey as a marinade. Now I've used it in sauces for chicken and stuff like that, but that's after the fact. It didn't marinate it, and I'll use it in like I'll make my own barbecue sauce, and a lot of times it has bourbon in it, that type of thing. But never use it as a marinade. And in this article on Mash.com, they say it's a great steak marinade. The alcohol breaks down the fibers and whatever, and helps it make it.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good tenderizer.
Yeah, tenderizer. Yeah. But that's what they say.
Recommend a proof? I mean, you'd use the cheap stuff, right?
You would use the cheap stuff, yeah. Maybe Old Granddad 114 might be a really good.
But aren't you buying the wrong steak if you need it tenderized?
This is what I'm thinking. Yeah. But not all the audience has the Seelbach money, so maybe there.
I rub my steaks.
Oh, okay.
I don't use marinades.
No marinades. Okay. No marinades. Okay. Would you utilize steak marinade? Does this interest you at all? Maybe you get a skirt steak or something that's a little different, and
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just set it in a bowl of some cheap whiskey, and
yeah, we've all got bad whiskey around, right? The things that we know we'll never drink. Maybe it's not even bad whiskey, but
in fact, I think Katie Joyce is going to use her bad whiskey to gift to me when I get into the Bourbon Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she's just going to regift.
Just things she doesn't like, that's what I get as a gift.
That's what you get. Yeah. Lenny, you recently made a steak.
I did.
So would this be something that you would utilize down the road?
Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, I've got a storied history of fish making, although not marinated in whiskey. I will make like a sauce or a glaze, if you will, like like butter and whatever whiskey I wouldn't otherwise enjoy exceptionally, and kind of reduce it down and pour it on top of the cut of like halibut, swordfish. Goes really well. But a couple weeks ago, I was camping with a bunch of friends. My son Arlo was with me, and I was, as I've mentioned before, I was pushing steak on him because I want him to, grow. And as I was going up to make the steak, I made it known to everyone that, hey, I'm about to make this steak. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it'll probably be overcooked. But if anyone wants half, because, when you're camping, a lot of people are too lazy to make dinner.
Right.
And one guy was like, well, are you going to pour whiskey on it? I was like, I certainly can. So I put it on the grill, and I dumped I had deer hammer, so I poured deer hammer all over it. And I brought him down half of it, and he was quite happy with that steak.
Oh, he liked what you did there, huh?
Yeah,
so it didn't flambe?
Steak, apparently. What's that?
It didn't flambe it? It didn't catch on fire?
It didn't. I was careful about that. It kind of like, the steak was already on there, and it almost like beveled up into like a cup holder of a, vessel to pour the whiskey onto, so it didn't just spill out. So I don't know. Maybe I know what I'm doing. For somebody who's never really cooked steak before.
Yeah, maybe This could be your future. All of a sudden, you're like the most famous steak chef in the world.
Probably not.
Happens to be vegan. Who's vegan? So.
Yes, who won't eat this stuff. It's like liquor store owners who don't drink.
Yeah.
But isn't a good steak like one of the best meals ever?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Is there nothing better? McNew, you're smirking. What's the best meal ever? Nuggets?
Nuggets, if you get.
I don't. God,
oh my God, it's nuggets. I like my nuggies.
If you're gonna go somewhere and have a really good meal, McNew, what are you ordering?
The nuggets and the honey mustard. Yeah.
So. Don't say sandwich.
I would never get honey mustard. It's buffalo sauce or barbecue, but.
Oh yeah. So there you go. It would have been too lowbrow. Yeah.
If I wanted a good meal, it'd probably be like a really nice pasta, maybe with like lobster or shrimp in it.
Pasta. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, that's a time like Justine told me she was a good cook. I said, well, what's your specialty dish? She said pasta. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. That's not a lot of cooking there. I said, what's your sauce like? Well, it's out of a jar. I don't know that makes you a good cook then. That's more warming. That's warming up than cooking, right?
If you go to like a nice restaurant, they're obviously not using jar sauces. At least I hope not. But
right,
sauces. I always like sauce. I'm into the sauce more than the food. So yeah.
What if do you think any chef? I guess there could be a chef that's specialized in pasta. I guess if you're making the homemade pasta.
I guess if your Italian restaurants exist, Steve.
Yeah, but there's no like 5-star Italian restaurant, is there? That just makes pasta. I mean, there
Dude, there's got to be like a Michelin star restaurant that focuses on pasta.
Just on the pasta. I think they'd have all the other stuff. They can't have
you have to have other stuff.
They can't have veal and stuff like that. This would be just pasta.
What if it were like hand-rolled, handmade pasta, not the crap you pour out of a box?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Hand-rolled pasta is probably.
I make homemade ravioli once a year.
Would you season your pasta water with bourbon?
I don't think it would do a lot for it, but whatever I was putting in the pasta, you could definitely like season with bourbon.
Drop a little in the red sauce.
Yeah.
White sauce.
Could be interesting.
I mean, they make a vodka pasta sauce. Why not a bourbon pasta sauce?
Yeah,
no one's ever thought of it till right now. So yeah.
That's my idea. If you would like to make this sauce, you can send your checks to me.
Okay.
KK Cast Strength.
Yeah, just drop it. Write that on the envelope, and they'll get it to her.
Yep.
St. Louis, Missouri.
I'll find it.
I'll get it to her. Lenny's still looking for his 5-star.
Well, there is a spot in Encino, California called Pasta Bar that was awarded a Michelin star, and it looks fucking awesome.
Really? Yeah, I would eat there. I wouldn't think it's highbrow though. I bet you I could dress like this, so they would be like, "Oh, yes, sir, you're overdressed."
Encino, so yeah.
Yeah, of course. So there you go. There's an idea for you if you haven't tried steak marinade. Shawn, you've never done bourbon as a steak marinade, have you?
Not as a steak marinade, but I put it in my brine for my Thanksgiving turkey.
Okay. How'd that work out? Is that good? Oh, yeah, so, I guess.
We're getting a lot of
audio show.
This is a podcast, Shawn.
This is an audio show. You can't just nod your head yes.
Yeah, bad habit.
Is a brine is sort of like a marinade, right?
Yeah.
So it's what you soaked the turkey in before, right?
Yeah. Yes. Marinated.
Yeah.
So is there risk with that? Because you're also dealing with a lot of people. Besides, when you're making a turkey, it's not like you're making a sandwich, which is, again, a very individualized meal. With the turkey, you're throwing it out there for everybody. Were you worried about that at all, Shawn?
No. I liked it. I don't care about them.
What if your wife wouldn't have liked it? Then you would have been in trouble. I know you care about her. You don't need that heat.
I wouldn't have done it again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can always
get away with things. Or you would have made 2 turkeys.
Yeah.
One for her and one for you.
Fair enough. So there you go. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Shawn, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
On Facebook at Shawn MacLeod.
All right. Kathy.
I'm on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. If you're interested in ordering any of our bottles, hop over to sealbox.com where you can order some really cool single barrels. And you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew, ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. You got to check that out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all those previous shows, our blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop, Arnold, Missouri. Say you're coming into St. Louis. We'd love for you to pop into the shop and see what we've got. We'll try it out for you. You can get a pour of whatever you like. Anything you see in the shop, we'll give you a pour of it. And if you like it, please buy a bottle. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.